They told me 1 or 2 people might turn up this morning. Let me hear you.
Nicola Sturgeon, the leader of the Scottish National Party, addressing a crowd in front of Royal Concert Hall in April. The 44-year-old former lawyer has seen support for her party surge despite losing its campaign for Scottish independence last year.
On May the 7th, we have the opportunity to make Scotland's voice heard at Westminster more loudly than it has ever been heard before.
UK politics has changed in the run-up to the 2015 election, with the traditional three-party system of the Conservatives, Labour and the Liberal Democrats splintering. Today, 7 parties push for the electorate's votes, and in March, each leader took part in a televised debate. Sturgeon ruled out any alliance with the Conservatives and offered her party's backing to the main opposition Labour Party if it's unable to win a majority. Alex Salmon led the SNP's campaign for Scottish independence during last September's referendum, with Sturgeon as his number 2.
More and more people, after very careful consideration, are coming to the conclusion that independence, a yes vote, is the best way to protect our health service.
But after losing a close-fought battle, Salmon stepped down from the leadership. Sturgeon was in the top job. In January 2015, the SNP published their party political broadcast for the general election, in which they pledged to make, quote, home rule a reality for Scotland.
And we'll make Westminster stick to their vow, not just to grant more powers for Scotland, but the most powers.
Independence remains a divisive issue in Scotland. Many new SNP supporters want greater autonomy for their country, but without severing ties with the UK.
This Westminster election is not a rerun of the referendum campaign.
During a recent televised debate with other Scottish party leaders, the studio audience booed Sturgeon when she refused to rule out a second referendum.
So no referendum after the 7th of May?
Not after the Westminster general election. That's not what this election is
about.
Not
after 2016?
Well, that's another matter. We'll write that manifesto when we get there. But no, I will fight.
Another issue that's plaguing the SNP is that despite leading the party, Sturgeon didn't run for a seat in the UK's Parliament. This has led to uncertainty over how hands-on she'll be in making decisions for the party in London.
Big team of SNP MPs at Westminster.
At the end of April, tabloid newspaper The Scottish Sun announced it was backing the SNP and put Sturgeon on its front page with the headline Star Wars, A New Hope, a spin on the title of the first Star Wars movie to be released. But while appearing glad for the support, the First Minister's reaction may have been different a month earlier, when The Sun, which is published south of the border, photoshopped her head to Miley Cyrus's body straddling a wrecking ball. The piece poked fun at the idea of a coalition deal between the SNP and the Labour Party, suggesting such a situation would ruin Britain.